We expected this result to come from the grand jury. What we did not expect is for them to say, we want to get into it more.
No charges will be filed against deputies after a fatal shooting. Why the victim's attorney says he's ecstatic. Next at 11.
A grand jury decided not to hand up charges in a deadly deputy-involved shooting in Osceola County. We'll hear from the state and those representing the families.
And the chill in the air tonight, we'll track that, and a pattern change on the way. More rain and more storms. I'll break it down for you straight ahead.
A burglary suspect is killed after slamming into a Marion County business after running from law enforcement. How that man who owns the building is reacting tonight.
And a local city official says a man set up camp with a grill and a punching bag at a busy intersection. Now that kind of behavior could lead to a fine or arrest. Details on the new ordinance.
Local, live, late breaking. WESH 2 News starts now.
State Attorney Andrew Payne tonight says a grand jury is declining to hand up charges against deputies involved in a deadly shooting at an Osceola County Target in 2022. Now, it happened when a group was accused of stealing Pokemon cards and pizza from that store. Deputies were outside doing training exercises when they were notified about that theft.
Now, ultimately, the shooting left 20-year-old Jaden Baez dead and injured 3 others. WESH 2's Haley Crumble-Home heard from the state attorney and the attorney representing those killed and injured in the shooting. WESH 2 News will be at that news conference tomorrow when Osceola County Sheriff Marcos Lopez responds to that decision from the grand jury. Stay with us on air and online for continuing coverage.
All right, the cold weather we have been experiencing the past few days is going to linger into tonight, and some areas could even see frost.
Yes, indeed. So let's get right on over to First Warning Chief Meteorologist Tony Manalfi with the latest track on those temperatures.
Well, I tell you what, you head up towards the Ocala Square right now, the temperatures dropped to 44 degrees, but we were talking about those mid and high-level clouds sneaking on in and helping us out. That's been happening here, slowing down the fall of the temperatures here. There's that cloud canopy. Again, a blanket of clouds here overhead limits the amount of that warmer air being re-radiated back out to space and keeps the temperatures on the warmer side of things. Now, there's going to be a chill in the air, but because of that cloud canopy, we think that we are not going to have frost now up there in Marion County. We do have a weather maker on the way for late Wednesday night, Thursday morning, and a stronger storm system here along the west coast could bring us some thunderstorms by the time we head to Saturday. But look at the veil of clouds coming up our way off of the Gulf of Mexico, and that has really slowed the fall of the temperatures from earlier this evening, and the models are doing a really good job keeping them overhead overnight. So we'll fall back to the upper 30s. That combined with a little bit of a breeze should keep us out of any frost potential. There is a little bit of a warm-up on the way and several rounds of rain and even some thunderstorms as the pattern gets a bit more active. I'm going to break that down for you when I see it coming up here at 11:18.
All right, Tony, thank you. And to get the very latest forecast from our team of First Warning meteorologists, go ahead and download the free WESH 2 News app and be sure to turn on the alerts for breaking updates on any severe weather we may have. A man is dead after Marion County deputies say he led them on a chase, crashing into a deputy's cruiser, then ramming right through a building. Around 11:45 on New Year's Eve night, Marion County deputies got a call to a home in Silver Spring Shores. Kyle Last was accused of burglary. Deputies saw the truck Last was driving and tried to stop him. Dashcam video shows Last trying to get away.
Somebody tried to pull the victim inside a home. Mr. Last kicks in the door, and this incident continues. Then he leaves. He ran the vehicle, ran into our vehicle, forcing him into a curb, damaging our vehicle. And the deputy tried to continue chasing him. However, his vehicle was not able to continue.
Officials say he came driving down 22nd Avenue and then crashed into the front of this building so hard he flew out from the backside. He died at the scene. The owner of the building says the damage will not set the business back. One person is dead after a crash involving a dirt bike and a dump truck in Brevard County. Titusville police say the biker rear-ended a city dump truck on North Dixie Avenue at Georgia Avenue around 2 o'clock this afternoon. No other injuries were reported. That crash is still under investigation tonight.
Now to Orange County, the family of Sandra Lemire has some closure after police say they believe they have found her remains 12 years after she disappeared. Orlando police sent this statement today confirming the news, saying, in part, we are waiting on positive identification of the human remains that were located in the vehicle. FDLE is working on that. Detectives have been in contact with the family. Now, on Saturday, a volunteer dive group found the vehicle. They knew where to search because Orlando police gave them the location of Lamir's last cell phone tower, which helped the group map out possible locations. Family members say they're forever thankful for the relentless team that worked to solve this once cold case. Orange County Sheriff John Mina wants to keep his job, and he's hoping voters will let him. He announced his plans to run for re-election. In a post on X, formerly known as Twitter, he said, serving as your sheriff and working to keep Orange County safe has been one of the greatest honors of my life. I'm extremely proud of all that we have accomplished at the Orange County Sheriff's Office, and I want to continue that work here.
Miami police have now arrested 4 teenagers after a large group was fighting at Bayside Marketplace Monday night. Now, we first told you about this as breaking news last night on WESH 2 News at 11. Officers responded to a riot inside the mall where teenagers were allegedly lighting fireworks, disrupting and damaging businesses, and of course causing customers to panic. Police say they saw more than a dozen teenagers assaulting a man before trying to run off. Officers were able to catch 4 of them. The victim, we're told, was driving in the area when he says the teenagers threw a bottle hitting his car. He stopped to check for damage when one of those teenagers came forward and started an argument. Those teenagers also broke into his car and stole his phone. 2 of the suspects are now charged with burglary, grand theft, battery, and resisting. The 2 others arrested are only charged with resisting. 5 members of the Japanese Coast Guard are dead after their plane collided with a passenger plane at the Tokyo airport overnight. The Coast Guard pilot is in critical condition tonight. On the passenger plane, all 379 passengers and crew members are okay. They used the emergency chutes to evacuate, but passengers did say they all had to exit through the front of the plane because the middle and back exits did not work.
Harvard University President Claudine Gay is resigning amid plagiarism accusations and criticism over testimony at a congressional hearing on anti-Semitism. Now, she and the presidents of MIT and the University of Pennsylvania came under fire last month for their answers to questions about anti-Semitism on college campuses. Gay did not say when she plans to formally step down. Provost and Chief Academic Officer Alan Garber will serve as interim president until the school finds a new leader. The university said the search for a new president would begin in due course, but did not specify an exact timeline. Next at 11, we're looking ahead to the first launches of the new year on our Space Coast.
That's right, and an opportunity to grab some grant money for local students heading to technical college. We'll tell you how to apply and how many students it might be able to help.
Plus, it's a law that was created to increase affordable housing, but one local city says it will do more harm than good. Why local leaders say it'll cost them.
And new year, new laws. Plans for health care are in the works right now, but Republicans and Democrats are butting heads over the details. Find out why when we return. Stay with us.
Custom weather alerts on the WESH 2 app. Download it today.
Florida lawmakers get back to work next week with big plans for some new laws, including big impacts on health care.
Indeed, Republican lawmakers have come up with a blueprint to improve health care across the state called the Live Healthy Initiative. But House Democratic Caucus leader Fentress Driscoll says without the $4 billion infusion of federal money in Medicaid expansion, 1.5 million people are lacking medical care.
The Florida GOP still refuses to even consider joining the 40 other states accepting Medicaid expansion and all the money that comes with it.
Governor Ron DeSantis' proposed $114 billion budget will be put to the test as he calls on lawmakers to approve $1 billion in tax breaks, mostly through back to school and disaster supply tax-free shopping holidays. He also wants to suspend taxes on homeowners insurance, which he claims will save you 6% on annual premium.
All right, a record-setting 4,500 cars have rolled into Osceola Heritage Park, all for the 25th anniversary of the world's largest collector car auction, MECOM. Now, the CEO of the event says 25 years ago, this auction started with 50 cars in a parking lot of a laundromat. Now, the event includes the auction, a showcase, Dodge thrill rides, vendors, and an exclusive display of Ferraris in a private room.
And inside that room, there are 8 vintage Ferraris from the 1960s. A couple of them single price tag of over $30 million each. And the total value of those 8 Ferraris in that room is over $125 million.
Ooh, hundreds of original Corvettes also line the property. Meekum runs through January 14th. The cool thing, you don't have to be a bidder to attend. Spectators are welcome. All right, SpaceX is looking to put the first launch of 2024 from the Cape in the books on Wednesday. Slated to lift off in a 10-minute window opening tomorrow at 6:04 p.m. The Falcon 9 rocket will carry a Swedish internet satellite into orbit. And in less than a week after, on Monday, ULA is planning the inaugural launch of its Vulcan rocket. It'll be carrying a lunar lander. Officials at the Cape are anticipating a big launch year in 2024, shattering records that they anticipate will be over 100 launches.
And of course, everything is incumbent upon the weather, as we know. And right now, we're talking about some chilly temperatures, right, Tony?
Yes, indeed, we are. Temperatures have fallen back in town into the upper 40s to around the 50-degree mark, while north and west we're in the 40s. But the clouds have been coming in off of the Gulf of Mexico. That was one of the pieces of the equation tonight that we needed to iron out when we were talking to you earlier at 4, 5, 6, and 7 o'clock. So that has moved in. That's going to limit any frost potential up there in Marion County. And on the heels of that, we've got another fast-moving weather maker here. That arrives Wednesday night. Thursday, and a very active weather pattern sets the stage for another storm system here on the west coast to arrive here in Florida during the day on Saturday. Let's get back to these clouds. They're rolling on in. They're slowing down the fall of the temperatures now up here in Marion County. We'll get into the upper 30s, but with the clouds and a bit of a breeze out there tonight, I don't think we're going to have any frost, but we are running anywhere from about 8 to 13 degrees colder than this time last night. Now the wind has gone calm up in Ocala, 9-mile-an-hour breeze here in Orlando, and a 6-mile-an-hour breeze back towards Titusville. Now, European computer model is the only model that's still hinting at some patchy frost here. Just don't see it with the overhead clouds coming in and with that breeze out there. It'll still be chilly, though, in the upper 30s. Rutland, 39. Leesburg, about 42. Back towards Mount Dora, 43. Claremont coming in at about 43 degrees. To Kissimmee, we had 48. Vieira, 47. Cocoa Beach, right around 56 degrees. The I-4 corridor from DeLand to Disney, 43 to 47. Windermere to Wedgefield, about 45, 46 up towards Daytona Beach, right around 45 degrees. Now, 12-hour forecast, a lot of clouds around. Any shower activity is going to come in after sunset tomorrow. Let's take a look now at the latest Futurecast prognostication here. You can see plenty of clouds rolling in. A few showers developing after sunset, 6, 7, 8 o'clock, couple light sprinkles there. And then overnight on Thursday, a few showers kind of coming on through. Clearing out by daybreak up north, clearing out south and east by mid-morning. A cooler Thursday afternoon. Temps tomorrow, though, will jump up into the lower 70s. Orlando on south and east. And as we discuss that launch here, the window, 6:04. Thick clouds rule are in play. We'll watch the upper level wind shear. Right now, though, we think the launch probability is quite high at about 90%. Big week of running down towards Walt Disney. We got the 5K, the 10K, the half, and the marathon. We're going to be watching Thursday morning and Saturday morning with that next storm system rolling on in. Could have a little bit of rain. We're hoping, though, that that will hold off to once the race is over with. Now, so again, Wednesday, a few light showers here, and then as we work away on into the upcoming weekend, another fast-moving weather maker screams across the Gulf of Mexico, bringing with it the chance for some showers and storms, and we'll be watching any severe weather risk that may come with it. I think the bigger concern, though, is going to be the rain. Big swath there, 1 to 2 inches by both of the computer models as we head into Saturday. Keep checking back in. We're going to be fine-tuning any severe weather risk for you. Weak weather feature here Wednesday night, Thursday. A few showers and storms as we get into Saturday, and then once again on Sunday. Darren's in next with a look at sports.
WESH 2 investigates, getting you the real answers.
How can you promise them that you're going to deliver on what they're asking?
Because we're committed to keeping you informed.
We found the reason
by uncovering the truth.
Can we talk to you for just a minute?
Keeping those in power accountable.
My first reaction was to call you.
And finding you solutions to ongoing issues.
and I ended up calling WESH 2. Definitely got some real answers.
WESH 2 investigates. Local, live, late breaking. There are enough surprises in your day. Don't let the weather be one of them. Take Central Florida's most accurate forecast with you anywhere. Download the WESH 2 app today. Now, WESH 2 Sports, sponsored by Mullinax Ford.
Hello, everybody. I'm Darren Stoltzfus with the Jaguars and the Buccaneers. Well, they're playing for a spot in the playoffs Sunday. The Dolphins, though, on the other side, they're already locked into the postseason. But their battle with the Bills has some big-time implications. That is it for sports. More news when we come back.
This First Morning Weather Update is sponsored by attorney Dan Newlin.
WESH 2 First Warning Weather and Traffic gets you moving in the right direction.
Whether it's planning your forecast or analyzing the best routes for your commute.
From rainy skies to bumper,
Start your day with us, because our day starts with you.
All right, we're back. Tony, how are we waking up tomorrow?
It's going to be a little chilly out there, no doubt about that. Let's put that 7-day forecast up there for folks at home. We do rebound, though, to about 70 as clouds move in, a couple showers late in the day. They'll lift out very quickly on Thursday. Friday looks good. We get back up into the lower 70s. Watching the potential for some storms both Saturday and Tuesday of next week as this weather pattern gets a bit more active now during this El Nino winter. We'll keep you posted, guys.
Well, we appreciate that. And that's our show for WESH 2 News. It's always at WESH.com. And, of course, the WESH mobile app.
That's right. Thank you for watching. We hope you'll join us again tomorrow night. We'll see you then.